Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa.
Hello everyone and welcome to my creative African cooking channel Ndudu by Fafa. Today's recipe has a Mediterranean feel to it. It's actually more of a Mediterranean dish than it is an African dish, but hey, salam here. Once in a while I drop it like it's hot. So this was like this beautiful slow cooked leg of lamb that I just marinated it with some garlic and rosemary. It was just infused perfectly, and I made some ratatouille. I know, right? So it was just mixed grilled vegetables. It was so simple and I enjoyed this and I cannot wait to share that with you. So now let's start cooking. And here I do have this beautiful leg of lamb, and it's half a leg of lamb, and I'm trimming the gristly bits and fatty bits off so that it's just beautiful piece of meat that is left. I really do not like it when it actually has all those bits on the surface. It just doesn't look good. So this leg of lamb is beautiful, even if I say so. And what I'm going to do is just marinate it just perfectly. So I'm inserting holes using the tip of the knife because I'm just going to stuff it with some garlic, yes, and some rosemary as well. What would happen is I'm going to be slow cooking this, and you can see how beautiful and soft this meat is anyway. So I'm going to slow cook this, and which means the garlic would infuse its flavor as well as the rosemary its flavor into the meat. So it becomes aromatic, it becomes scented, but it doesn't overpower the flavor of the meat. So this is just so yes. Now my mouth is watering already. I know it's too early anyway. So I have preheated my oven to 180 degrees and I'm using this special beautiful pot to roast my leg of lamb in. Now I'm adding some yellow tomatoes. You can use your normal red tomatoes. The reason why I've got these yellow tomatoes is a friend did gift them to me from her allotment, which I was ever so grateful. So I've got the tomatoes and I've got some garlic in there. Now the tomato and the juice of the tomato and the garlic is just going to create this beautiful stock, and then the juice of the lamb as well would infuse into it, and the rosemary. So you can see where this is going. It's like flavor packed, but it's just perfect. And I'm adding some onions as you do. Now it's important that you put these ingredients, the tomatoes, the garlic and the onions at the bottom, so that it means that your meat can sit on top of it. So the juice of the meat would infuse into these vegetables, which gives it this beautiful flavor. And because I'll be slow cooking this, it means that the infusion is just going to take place just beautifully, perfectly and gradually. You see, you need to be making love to your food. And if this food is going to nourish your body, you need to give it love so that, when you eat it now, say, yes, been to me. Anyway, enough of my chit chats. So at this point, I'm placing the leg of lamb on top of my tomato and garlic and onion mixture, adding my salt to taste. So this is looking beautiful. Now I'm going to add some rosemary, and also I'm going to add some chicken stock. What? Okay, the reason why I chose the chicken stock is, and then again, it's homemade. So I'll leave a link at the top as to how I make my chicken stock recipe. Is quite simple, really. The chicken stock, it's not overpowering, it's just so that works perfectly with this. You can use vegetable stock if you wish, and equally you can use beef or lamb stock, whichever you prefer, but I go for the chicken stock. I know, it's so good. I mean, better still, if you don't have chicken stock, you can purchase some from your local butchers or from your supermarkets as well. But it's so easy to make, and at least the ingredients that are in there. You can incorporate whatever flavors that you do wish or prefer into your chicken stock. So I will recommend that you do make your own and freeze it and use it in a recipe as and when the recipe requires it. So yeah, I think this is ready for the oven now. And then you baby meat. Yes. Hey. Nyafe, abinchi na ye kwe. Sunday, so I said, look at it. I have to learn the Hausa because that was so cool. Yes. Yeah, teach us a few words. I am imagining myself speaking the Hausa language. That would be so cool. Oh yeah, that's a good challenge maybe. Yeah, do teach me some few words. So I'm slow cooking my lamb now, and I'm going to slow cook this for 35 minutes to 40 minutes. Now I've reduced the heat from 180 degrees to 170. Whilst that's cooking, 20 minutes into the cooking time, I'm making my ratatouille, but not as you know it, I'm just going to bake it. So I'm making this easier for myself. So I have got one large courgette that I've diced, and I've used shallots instead of normal onions, but you can use your onions as well. And I've thinly sliced some garlic that I've added to it, about 4 cloves of garlic. And now I'm adding some tomatoes to it. Now, when you slow roast this, it's going to be juicy, it's going to be beautiful as well. But do you think I'm done? Oh no. By now you should know me and my infusions. You know it's all about the flavor, enhancing the natural flavors of my dish. Now, the flavor for this dish is delicate. You can taste the lamb, you can taste everything, you can taste every single ingredient in there, and that's exactly what I want you to do. Even though you can taste it separately, it comes together and it's just beautiful. So now I'm adding some red peppers, and that red pepper will give it that sweetness as well. You see, So you've got tomatoes that will give it the sweetness. The onions will also give it that sweetness. And now I'm adding some red peppers as well. Charlie, this is not any other food. I know anybody. Ndudu by Fafa. This is not any other food. This is Ndudu by Fafa. So now I'm adding some aubergines. If you don't have aubergines, you can use the Guinean garden eggs. It works equally well. Yeah, absolutely. And it's beautiful. I think I'm liking this pot, and I'm adding my salt to taste, as you do. When it comes to salt, it's your personal preference. So salt your dishes as to how you would like them. But I try to reduce the amount of salt that I use, but that's a personal preference. And then I'm adding some freshly milled black peppercorns for that aromatic, beautiful taste. And then a dash of olive oil. So I'm going to mix all of this together. And as I always say, till it's well combined. So I'm adding a dash of balsamic vinegar. So it's going to give it this tanginess, but also it gives it that sweetness. So I'm balancing some flavors here. And I'm also adding half a teaspoon of brown sugar. So this is going to be slightly tangy, sweet, and just beautiful. You see. And then at the end, I'll be adding my herbs to it. So yet again, I'm mixing everything till it's well combined. And I've just placed this beautiful combination. I've just placed it in the oven, and guess what? I went lying in the garden, looking up in the skies, waiting for my food to cook. You have to do these type of random things. I mean, when was the last time you laid in the bare grass? I do random things like that anyway. So after 15 minutes, look at this pièce de résistance that I do have here. This is where the infusion is going to take place. I've sprinkled a little bit of my pennyroyal flowers on top of it. Now, pennyroyal herb has a taste of mint mixed with licorice. So this is just incredible. So I just used just about half a teaspoonful because you don't want it to overpower the dish. And whilst it's still hot, I'm adding some fresh Thai basil. If you're in Ghana, you can use the Guinean basil, which is equally incredible. And I'm finishing off this dish now. Reason why I'm doing this is if I added my herbs much earlier, it meant that the flavors would be lost. But I want the flavors to infuse. So that's the last thing that I do add to it. So you can see I'm just drizzling a little bit of olive oil as you do, and I'm just going to mix everything together. Now the residual heat from the roasted vegetables would infuse the flavors of the herb into it. And this is done, my darlings. Can you believe it? I told you, this is not any other food. You follow this channel at your own peril. You will be hungry. You will be forced to go to the kitchen. You will be forced to eat. You will be forced to cook and cook with love. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you very much for taking the time out to watch my videos, leave comments. And I know I'm well behind things and replying and stuff, but I am working hard behind the scenes. Look at this pièce de résistance. You think I'm done? Oh, no. Now I'm just adding some parsley as you do to just finish it off. These are all optional. But it is incredible when you do add the basil, definitely. So yes, at least in Ghana, you can have access to that. Use your garden eggs, use your normal tomatoes, use your normal onions, whichever. But yeah, do try and eat well. You work hard, so eat well. That's my motto. And here I present to you my pièce de résistance, that Ndudu Ratatouille. Makebio. My dish is ready for me to serve, and of course I had to serve it in the asanka. Asanka is a Ghanaian clay pot with internal ridges. Yes, you heard me right. And usually we use a wooden pestle in grinding our sauces and stuff. And also we use it as a bowl, to serve dishes, especially like fufu soup or palm nut soup or peanut butter soup. Actually, look, we represent. So yeah, definitely, if you do visit Ghana, you go to any of the African shops and you see the asanka, grab one. It's really versatile and great. So yes, I told you about the jus and the sauce. Look at that beauty. Look at that lamb. Look at the vegetables. Tell me that your mouth is not watering. And here we have the pièce de résistance. You know what? I just steamed some purple cabbage to just add it for that flavor and color. And that's me sitting in the garden enjoying my hard work. So you need to emulate this, don't you think? Yes, it's Sunday. Go ahead. Hey, you know how to show some love. Hey. Thank you. I hope my videos do inspire you to, believe in yourself. That's the most important thing, and to follow your dreams. It's not easy, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not. But it's worth it. Nothing good comes easily, If you get it easily, sometimes it's luck. But luck, you can't live a life by luck. You just have to put the work in. Anyway. Find the transcript of this recipe, including the list of ingredients and measurements, on my blog, fafagilbert.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Ndudu by Fafa. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope I have given you a reason to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Until next time, take care of you, be nice, be beautiful, and I love you.